everyone. So today's video is going to be another K-pop related video. I know that I don't really do these a lot because my channel is mainly like a booktube channel, but I thought I would make a K-pop related video today just because a K-pop group recently debuted where all of the members are hard of hearing. And yeah, obviously as a disabled person myself, I'm not hard of hearing, but as a disabled person myself, obviously I really like it whenever like something like this happens, and something like this has actually never happened before, like a K-pop group where all of the members are hard of hearing. So yeah, I'm really excited for this, and so I thought I would make a video talking about them and giving you guys more information about them, because I know that not every single person who is subscribed to me likes K-pop, but I know that quite a few of you have like disabilities like me, so maybe you guys would be interested in this group. So yeah, I'm basically just going to talk about them for a bit, and yeah, I hope you guys enjoy this video. So the group is called Big Ocean, and there are 3 members. All 3 of them have cochlear implants or hearing aids. I'm pretty sure one of them has 2 cochlear implants, another one has 1 cochlear implant, 1 hearing aid, and then the last one has 2 hearing aids. So yeah, I'm pretty sure that their like hearing all like varies, obviously, in the same way that like a lot of disabilities have like different varieties of like how bad is it and stuff like that. So yeah, they can hear, but they can't hear a lot. It's actually very interesting if you like look at like the videos that they film, from like how they, you know, make like music and how they make like their music videos, like how they all use like sign language, specifically then Korean sign language, obviously. But I'm pretty sure they've mentioned that they are learning like international sign language and American sign language as well, to be able to speak to, you know, fans of them from like around the world who don't know Korean sign language but maybe another sign language. So yeah, they use mainly Korean sign language, and they can also all speak. Now they made their debut on April 20th, I believe, which is Disability Day in Korea. I don't know the like full title of that day, in the same way that like I don't know it for my country. Like I just call it Disability Day. But yeah, they debuted on that day with their like debut like single Glow, which is actually like a remake from another group, I believe. But yeah, it's a very good song. It's very catchy. I really like it. I've been playing it a lot, and yeah, I highly recommend that you check it out. Like I'll put the video of like their debut stage like in the description. So yeah, and even though they just debuted last month, because I'm filming this in May, even though they just debuted, they do have quite a lot of interviews up on the internet already, so I would recommend checking those out. They're actually quite interesting because they will also like explain how they, you know, learned how to dance even if they can't really hear the music fully. And yeah, I find that very interesting because obviously as a disabled person myself, like I also do things differently, and I use like mobility aids to like help me, you know, do stuff that for other people is really easy. And so yeah, I find it very interesting how they, you know, learn to do these things that for other people who can hear maybe like very easy. So yeah, I highly recommend checking out like their interviews and their behind the scenes footage and stuff like that. I would highly recommend that. I find it very interesting personally, and yeah, I'm obviously already like a fan of them basically, which I don't usually become a fan of a group this fast with only like 1 song out, but to me this group is obviously like special because again, like I'm disabled, and being able to see like disability representation in K-pop is very special to me. Even if it's not like the disabilities that I personally have, like it still means a lot to me that there's like a group out there that like using like, you know, mobility aids like hearing aids, like you can see them. And I don't know if I'm explaining it well, but like to me that's very, I don't know, like important to me that like you can see them using the mobility aids, and again specifically then like their hearing aids and their cochlear implants. Like I personally find that so like important, you know, like it's representation that like a lot of people don't really think about, like especially non-disabled people and like able-bodied people, like they don't really think about having that kind of representation out there. And for me that is, you know, important. Obviously I don't know if I'm explaining it well, because talking about them being like a K-pop group makes me not necessarily like emotional, but like it makes me, you know, feel a lot of feelings. And so I don't know if I'm explaining it properly, but basically seeing them, you know, not really being ashamed of using cochlear implants and hearing aids and stuff like that, and not hiding them. Like, that's very important to me as someone who is very visibly disabled, considering that I use like a walking stick whenever I go outside. And yeah, like using mobility aids like in public and like not really being ashamed to show them, especially when you are like a public figure like they are. Like, it's so important to me. And in K-pop that hasn't really like happened a lot. And like I just said, this is the first time that there's ever been like a K-pop group where all the members are hard of hearing. And yeah, it's very important to me to have this kind of representation, and I feel like their company helps a lot with that, considering that the company that the group is under is a company in Korea specifically for disabled people. They have like actors, models, like basically like a whole variety of like disabled people doing like different kinds of jobs, and they represent them. And I find that like so important that like, a company like that actually exists, because it gives me some kind of hope that, you know, that we are going to get more like disability representation in the media in Korea specifically then. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that. And I'm very glad that that company exists and that they help them so much, it seems. Like, I don't know it personally, obviously, if they help them. But like, it seems like in the behind the scenes footage, they really make like an effort to like make them feel comfortable and, make things easy for them in the way that would be for people who can hear well, giving them, accommodations to be able to learn how to dance and learn how to sing. And again, that's very important to me as someone who is like disabled myself. Like, having a company behind you that will like support you and give you like the accommodations that you need is so important, especially because like a couple of the members of the group have talked about like the discrimination that they have faced because of the fact that they can't hear well, and not getting the accommodations that they need. Like, I know that one of the members mentioned that like he didn't get into any of the universities that he applied for because the interview process just didn't work out because they wouldn't give him accommodations. And again, having like a company that stands behind you and gives you the accommodations that you need is so important. And yeah, I'm just really glad that a company like that exists and that they support them, and hopefully they are like, again, I don't know it personally, but hopefully they are supporting them in the way that they need, and they're getting all the accommodations that they need and stuff like that. So yeah, I know that I just went on like a little rant, but like, again, this topic is like really important to me as someone who's disabled and a K-pop fan. So yeah, now I don't know if I have much else to say about this group. Mainly also because like I can't really think straight anymore because of the amount of pain I'm feeling from sitting up straight. Something very like common in K-pop groups though is that you pick like a bias, and the bias being like, your favorite person in the group. And for me, I'm really struggling picking a bias in the group, because usually I have like one person that I immediately gravitate towards and then I stick with that person. But for me, like this group, like it's just not working. Like it changes like every single day, it seems. So yeah, this group is very different for me, not just because of, the representation that it gives me, but also because they're just different in every aspect, also in the fact that I can't seem to pick a bias. So yeah, I highly recommend checking the group out. They are very active on TikTok, which I don't personally have TikTok, but I'm thinking about possibly setting up an account just for them, because I know that they go live on there a lot. But they also have Instagram accounts for all three of them, and also a group account. And then they also have like a YouTube channel, obviously. So yeah, I highly recommend checking them out. I'll see if I can put their social media in the description. And yeah, I hope you guys are considering checking them out. Again, even if you're not into K-pop, if you're just someone who's disabled and you're looking for some disabled artists to support, you can check this group out. So yeah, I know this video was a little bit different than my usual videos, but when I saw that this group debuted, I immediately knew that I wanted to make a video for them. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you guys consider checking Big Ocean out. And yeah, thank you guys for watching, and bye.